Leadership Clarksville in Tennessee. Well, I got to tell you something. It was founded in 1987. All right, and I gotta explain, I guess, why. If you want to be a leader, you need to be a part of it. Plus, also, I mean, what are some of the benefits? How long does it take? I don't even know, but I know, and I've been told that I got to be a part of it. I think you do too. So, ladies and gentlemen, hanging out with us today to go over it all. Plus, don't forget, we got some local news coming up and the whole bits. But yes, it's going to be Stormin' Norman Carrion, newest board member to Middle Tennessee Leadership and also the Clarksville Leadership. Leadership Clarksville is coming up next on the Joe Padula Show. Absolutely.
He doesn't wonder what it's like on the ground in Afghanistan. He's been there, serving our country and defending Lady Liberty.
Absolutely.
It's the Joe Padula Show, Clarksville's Conversation.
Look at him. Look at him. Stormin' Norman.
Hello, Joe.
What's going on, brother?
It's perfect.
It's perfect. And as you always say, too easy. I love it, my friend. But yes, welcome to the Joe Padula Show, where we got a lot to go over here today. We're going to be talking about Leadership Clarksville. Man, this is something that you want to be a part about, especially if you're a leader. Maybe you don't even know you're a leader, but we're going to find out today if this is the right course for you. Plus, also, we got some local news to go over here. All right, and is there an out-of-state murder suspect hanging out in Clarksville, Tennessee? Plus, also, why are the neighboring Tennessee counties 2 hours on a special quarantine? And is Montgomery County next? Hey, why does the Tennessee teacher who was convicted of, remember, kidnapping his student a couple years ago? Well, why does he want out of prison? And then also locally, what happens when about, 400 teenagers are left unattended at the Putt-Putt Fun Center in Memphis? Oh, boy, you got to see this video that we got. Plus also, are you receiving, here in Tennessee, these strange seeds in the mail that are being sent from outside of the U.S.? Don't plant them. I'll tell you why in just a moment. And nationally, what is the new COVID vaccine being tested on tens of thousands of people? And hey, should you take it? Would you take it? Yeah, all these questions and so much more will get answered today on the Joe Padula Show. Absolutely. Stormin' Norman.
Hey, Joe.
I saw your name and your picture. You look good, by the way.
I appreciate that very much.
Well, you've been working out.
Yeah, I've been working out, trying to take care of myself, and I'm expecting a lot out of myself, so I need to be prepared to expect that much of myself.
You lost weight. How much have you lost?
I lost about 50 pounds.
50?
Yeah.
50?
Yeah.
Where'd you put it?
I think I left it all over Clarksville.
Man, Leadership Clarksville, 50 pounds lighter.
Yeah.
How'd you do it?
Well, it's more of a spiritual fasting. Sort of practicing that, and clarifies the mind. And
what'd you give up?
Well, a lot of things. Things that didn't make me feel good. Soft drinks, diet soft drinks.
Get rid of the sodas. Don't do the sodas.
They're terrible.
Oh, it's the worst. What was your favorite soda, though?
Diet Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, you can't
is
do
my
it.
favorite.
You can't do it.
But I give everything I love was killing me.
Yeah.
And I know that's part of a song, but it's true.
Ice cream?
Yes.
Yeah, you can't do it.
Yeah, any of that. But I wouldn't trade any of those things for the mental clarity and the physical being that I am.
Yeah.
The strength that I've received from it. So I'm encouraged by the weight loss. I feel good. I got a lot to give, a lot to offer, and I want to be prepared to do that physically and mentally.
I dig it, man.
Yeah.
I dig it. Well, Leadership Clarksville in Tennessee. All right, the program is it's designed to identify and introduce to each other the recognized and future leaders of the area, and to give them an intense look at the community, its strengths and weaknesses.
Sure.
Yeah, I got a lot of questions about this. And again, if you're a leader or do you want to be a leader, you want to listen to this. By the way, we need your help. Share this on your timeline. This is the time to do it, okay? Facebook has got a shadow ban on us, which means they mitigate our reach. So it's crazy because we do a real talk here.
Sure.
I don't even curse. I don't even violate any of that stuff. But, man, they shadow ban us.
Yeah.
So when we do put our stuff out, not everyone who follows, because on the show page we have the Facebook page alone over 17,000 followers.
Wow.
But when we put content out, not all of them get contacted or it goes in their timeline or their news feed.
Sure.
Thanks, Facebook.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I don't agree with you politically on everything, all right?
Yeah.
Go figure. We're in America, freedom of speech. So much for that. But, yeah, start sharing it. Click those like buttons. That's the best way you can help me out, my friends.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
How can you not share positivity?
Oh, and that's what I'm trying. Oh, we got reported as hate speech the other day.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hate speech.
Sure. We need to be celebrating.
I'm a Mets fan. Of course I'm going to hate the Yankees.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is that hate speech?
Nah.
No.
They do it to themselves.
Drinking a beer.
Oh, man.
It's seltzer. It's seltzer water.
Yeah.
Cheers to you, brother.
Thank you.
All right, so Leadership Clarksville.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's doing it? I mean, is it just for people who were born and raised in Clarksville?
Absolutely not. So if there's any misconceptions about Leadership Clarksville is that that you're not welcome, and it's absolutely not true. Obviously, we're looking for the best and the brightest, and so we need help identifying who that best and brightest is. So we need the public's help. We need business owners' help. If you have an employee that that is just exceptional and deserves to be in that program, by all means, you need to encourage them to push them towards that program, or to reach out to someone, a board member, or Carol Doris, which is the Director of Leadership Clarksville. Darwin Eldridge is our president, and many other great board members there. So it's really, we need other leaders to identify leaders around them and push them towards the program, because it will make it successful, make them successful. And I can speak on it personally, what Leadership Clarksville has done for me.
When did you go through?
I was 2016 and the president of my class of 2016.
Why so late? You've been here a long time.
Sure. Well, that exact same thing happened to me. I had someone that was a mentor to me, reached out to me and encouraged me to be a part of that program, and I had no idea of what it meant, why it was. And I'm born and raised here, thought I knew a whole lot about Clarksville, and come to find out I didn't know as much as I thought I did. So Leadership Clarksville really opened a lot of doors for me, opened up a lot of networking and a lot of friendships.
Networking and friendships. This could help your business, right? If you go through Leadership Clarksville?
All day, every day, because you're surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals, somebody with the same amount of energy and hopes, dreams, aspirations. And so not only will you be encouraged, you'll have a chance to encourage, and you'll have a chance to spotlight your abilities. Everybody has an ability, whatever that may be, or their superpower. And so it really is a chance to shine in front of others and learn from others and be encouraged from others.
Now, I've wanted to do this myself, but I keep coming up with the excuses. I'm too busy.
Yeah.
I don't have time. I feel like I just don't have time.
Yeah, I can fix that for you, because what happens is it's like a mandatory field trip every month.
Okay.
That's Leadership Clarksville. It's one day out of the month, and I promise by the end
Just
of the
one day out of the month.
One day out of the month, and you will be injected into whatever day we have: agriculture day, government day, health day, religion day.
How many months?
It is a total of 10 months that you go through the program, and so.
And just one day a month.
One day a month.
You just take off from work that day. You give the boss a heads up.
Yes.
And you say, okay, I'm going through this. Okay, what if the boss says, hey, it gives me a problem?
You need to find a new boss, because any boss that wouldn't promote you or encourage you to go through a program that has developed some of the best leaders that we have in Clarksville and introduced them to Clarksville, for a lack of a better word, I don't know that I'd work for a person that wouldn't encourage growth and a leadership growth, because you'll come back a different employee. It's worth every day off that they give you to be a part of that program and what they'll bring back to your organization. So we encourage our employees each and every year and push them. We write recommendation letters for. My wife Tara was 2017 class, the president of her class. And so collectively, both of us, I can't even tell you.
I heard she got impeached. Is that accurate?
Oh, never.
No, okay.
If that would be a hard person to take down.
Just
you know what I
getting
mean?
there.
So she's pretty tough. She is tougher than woodpecker lips.
How tough is woodpecker lips?
They can go a lifetime. That beak never wears out. They just
I
keep
hear
on
you.
at it.
I dated a girl like that. The size of the class.
Yes. So normally it ranges from about 35 to 38. And so what they try to do is really diversify the group of, they don't want all realtors, which is great, all bankers, all lawyers. So they really select through the selection group. They try to pick a diverse group of people. And it really is an interesting experience when you get a group of all different kinds of leaders, whether they're professional, whether they're entrepreneurs, however they're labeled, and they bring a different perspective. And if you go in there, it is amazing. There's no intimidation to it. It's a learning process. They are open. They will share. The programs they work on are amazing. The introduction to some of these businesses that we get to go inside of the jail.
How many people, like, usually? Like, for your class, how many was in yours?
I think we was somewhere around 36.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, and I may be off a number or two of something like that, but
and such diverse people. Okay, you know, you got a couple of realtors, maybe a banker. Okay,
Sure.
Maybe a doctor. Okay, maybe somebody that owns their own, a coffee shop or something, right?
Sure.
Maybe somebody that hosts their own radio show. Now, okay,
absolutely.
okay, good. So you got all these different walks of life coming together. Boom. What's the first class, or what's one of the classes? What's one of the days of the month?
Sure. So you can have like Fort Campbell Day is always a popular day. So you go out to Fort Campbell, really experience a soldier's life, and inject it at a fast pace. Maybe get to go down the airborne wall, visit the 160th. Maybe 5th group, and obviously you visit command, garrison, and you get a briefing by the general and his command staff, which is phenomenal. You go in the room that they make all their decisions out of. It's secured, so you really get to see the inner workings of Fort Campbell and how important it is to Clarksville, Montgomery County.
Let me tell you, that's brilliant that is one of the classes, because Fort Campbell is very crucial to Clarksville, Tennessee, and vice versa.
Sure. One of my favorite parts of that day is we MREs. And so, and so we learn
There's
how
a lot of calories in those MREs.
It's a lot. It's an amazing invention of how you can heat those, and I know you know full well. But it really gives you, for a moment, an aspect of what these young men and women go through every day, and it's a small taste of their reality. But it's we're encouraged when we do that, because we relate to them much different as a community and as business leaders, and especially in our field in real estate. So you're connecting to them in a much different level.
What's a different type of day?
Well, a different kind of day would be Industry Day. So maybe we'd go out to the industrial park. Clarksville, Montgomery County's industrial park, bar none. I mean, look at us.
Yeah.
Look, some people would love just to have a Google. Some people would love just to have a Hankook or an LG.
Right.
I mean, we have all.
We got it all out there.
Aquabono.
And a Popeye's chicken out there too.
And
right.
And Burger King.
And the BK broiler.
I don't know, the Impossible Burger. Wow.
I didn't have it yet. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. I can't trust it yet.
Yeah.
I'll take your word on it, though.
Yeah, I'll buy you one. That way you're not out nothing, and you'll get to enjoy it.
So you go out to the industrial parks. I mean, this is major corporation business. What do you walk away with? What is something that you can walk away with after meeting with the individuals over there?
I think you take away a new appreciation of the workforce that we have out there, and the talent that's out there, and the products that are being made. I mean, these guys and ladies, they're not going to work out here to just shove something on a trailer. You really see their compassion, and they're providing for their families, and they're proud of the work they do. And to watch a product from one end to the other
Yes.
roll off the assembly line and the technology involved in it is an encouragement. You're like, my goodness, I can't believe, we produce washing machines. You actually get to see one at the end of the day, or any of the other products. We drive on them every day, tires. And
I love the fact that they picked here to build their factories and offices.
Well, to me, it was a pretty easy choice. Clarksville, Montgomery County, although I'm a little biased, I'm born and raised here. The talent that's here, we have close to 216,000 people. If you don't think the talent and the forces here to support those organizations, you just hadn't looked around.
Right.
Because they're here, I promise.
And I always read, some people's posts, how negative it is for Clarksville is, or this place sucks, blah, 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 flozzy.
Yeah.
You know what? Either they just don't know, or they're just miserable people.
Sure, it's inaccurate because you haven't explored what it does have to offer, because if you're exploring and actively looking for it, you'll find it, trust me. And it's we've been named, obviously, Best Place to Live by
That's
Money
right.
Magazine.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I think it came out maybe even this morning. We had the top growth in manufacturing jobs in the U.S., I believe.
Isn't that something?
It's incredible.
Manufacturing.
Yeah.
I love it.
And so, we got some high-quality, great-paying jobs out there, great benefits, and we're producing and opportunities over and over to the in our low cost of living and everything we have to offer here. Our parks, we have almost 1,000 acres of parks in Clarksville, Montgomery County, waterways.
Do you guys go to these parks and the waterways too, or
all of them?
All
Rotary
of them.
Park. I mean, if you hadn't walked at Rotary Park, I'm a member of Rotary, so I'm always passionate about what an organization.
What are they building back there?
Well, it's coming.
You can't talk about it yet?
Well, it's a whole center. It's really incredible.
Because I've been sneaking beers back there, when the construction guys aren't working.
We saw you on camera.
Oh, okay.
And,
All right.
and that's okay, because it's motivation in itself.
It was actually wine. It was just wine. I can't do the beer.
Yeah, I could tell some of the boards were crooked, and now they're straight. So.
Absolutely. Now, you guys were talking about an intense look at the community, its strengths and weaknesses.
Sure.
Could you elaborate on the weaknesses?
Well, I think the weakness may be the positivity that is not being unleashed. I don't think we celebrate it enough. I don't think we celebrate people's accomplishments enough. We're so determined to pick apart anything negative. It makes better news, when what we should be doing is encouraging that negative news, and instead of diminishing someone's reputation, maybe help to build up, give them a little support.
Yeah.
I watch it, and it's
the clickbait.
It's very discouraging, and when we have public officials and we have others that get on some of those outlets and negatively speak about our community, it really upsets me, because we should be doing the opposite.
Well, I always feel that if there is a wise man once said, if there's a problem, I'll solve it. Check out the hook, my DJ revolves it.
Yes, he did.
If there's a problem, have a solution.
Sure.
If you're going to complain and bitch and moan about a problem, also have an answer to it at the end of that sentence. I learned that in the Army.
Yeah, it really is, and I'm a big proponent. You don't have to do something so grand to make such a difference. We have some people do magnificent things in this community every day, whether it's picking up trash, adopting a street, adopting kids, helping
You know who I
an
love
organization.
watching pick up trash for some reason?
It's
Charles Hand.
incredible.
Isn't that something?
He's amazing. He's close enough to be my neighbor. He's about a quarter mile from me, and every time I watch him, it encourages me to do so, because not only is it great exercise, and he'll tell you that.
I see one of the wealthiest men that I've ever met in my life downtown picking up trash.
Sure. Because it's that
I
important.
sit there with like popcorn. Sometimes I throw extra trash in there,
Yeah.
just to make sure that he gets his steps in.
Sure. Well, I think too, what he's setting an example of is what he understands that sometimes it's the small things that make the biggest difference. He may just be picking up trash on Memorial Drive and down that street, but he knows how important it is, the observation from others. If he's encouraged by someone of his stature and what he's done for this community to get out there and to pick up trash,
then you could pick up trash.
You can pick up trash. I promise you. And so,
and he doesn't want to help too. I've asked.
It's
need a hand, sir? He goes, absolutely not.
Sure.
Yeah. He's a cool guy.
Yeah, and so he's leading by example, and I applaud him. And what an example for Clarksville. And that's the kind of news we need to talk more about. Not who's been arrested and why they're arrested, and let's just wear them out in the public.
Yeah. No, I hear you. And Leadership Clarksville brings positivity
all day long. And Leadership Clarksville will open doors and it will make you uncomfortable on purpose.
Yeah.
And you will be uncomfortable, and then the growth will start. And so that is, I can't even tell you. I've been a part of Leadership Montgomery County Schools. Incredible program as well. I learned a lot about the schools and how the system and what these educators, some of their restrictions and some of their difficulties. Leadership Clarksville really known the community in a much deeper way. And then on to Leadership Middle Tennessee, which is a 10-county regional program. And I can't even tell you.
So do the Clarksville one first. Leadership Clarksville. Graduate that.
Yes.
10 months, 1 day a month.
Sure.
And then apply for a class with Leadership
Middle Tennessee.
Middle Tennessee.
Yes. And it is a 10-county regional leadership group. And it is a day-and-a-half course, 1 day a month. And it will inject you to every county in a 10-county Middle Tennessee region, to their leadership, how they operate, how they overcome difficulties and obstructions. It is magnificent to see how these other communities and their uniquenesses. Robertson County, for a great example, is the only place in the country they can get that tobacco to grow in a particular way. They've tried it 50 miles in either direction and cannot get it to produce.
But Robertson County.
So you're looking at whatever soil that they have there, the enrichments they have, is gold. I mean, I think they're the number one producer of dark-fired tobacco in the world.
See, I have no idea about this. And you know, there is like a stigma where you're like, Hickman County, what a joke, right?
Sure.
Robertson, those rubes.
Sure.
But no.
Sure.
You learn.
And
that is just ignorant, what I just said.
Yes, and every county that has a specialty or have something that their unique involvement, whether it be Williamson County and the price of building homes there, or whether it's Nashville, Tennessee, it's obviously the things that are the struggles they're going through currently with budget and tax hikes. And
oh my God, 34% property tax hike. Come on
impressive.
up, y'all. Come on up. We got plenty of room.
Yes,
we got plenty of realtors.
Yes,
we got plenty of realtors.
Yes, Curian Realty be glad to help you with that.
Shelly Holiday, realtor, Remax North Star, would love to help you also.
Sure.
I gotta throw her name in there.
Oh yeah, Shelly's magnificent.
Oh
Rich.
my God, I know. What a dog, Rich.
Yeah, it's an incredible. And there's another piece that we need to talk about. So, we have well over 1,000 realtors at Clarksville, Montgomery.
You ain't
County.
kidding, right?
And so what I always like to say is they're some of the first people that people meet.
That's right.
As we come
That's
into
right.
Clarksville, Montgomery County. And where Curian really wants to be set apart and is a part is creating a true community ambassador. We want them to know about this community in a much deeper fashion. That's why we encourage like Leadership Clarksville, Leadership Schools, getting to know their community in a different way because they are the first face that is seen. So we're spending a lot of time and a lot of efforts making sure they're prepared and to be able to take their clients in a much long-lasting effect and to stay with them.
All right, I want to do Leadership Clarksville. I want to apply for the 2021 class.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Yes.
How much is it going to cost me?
I think Leadership Clarksville right now is around $1,000, and so here's where I'll go with that. If you want to spend $1,000 to promote yourself and to educate yourself on this community and make yourself better, when we'll spend that much money in coffee a year easily, I would encourage anybody that's letting the money stop them. It is a small price to pay for what you will receive from that program and others like it.
Do they do payment plans?
I think they could work something out with you, but when you're Joe Padula, I think you can get a lot of people to sponsor you because
sponsors. That's
yeah,
right.
Who else could? What would it be for the program to have someone like Joe Padula come in with your expertise in media and different areas, so you could bring onto some of your classmates maybe a way to promote yourself, to let them know about this show.
Right.
So if you don't think I know you do. Know you have value, but I don't think people really realize what that value is. They think they have to be corporate America to be able to go through this program, and it's absolutely not true.
No, locally owned businesses go there. Okay.
Farmers, I don't care. You want to talk about the people that feed us? I want them in my class. I'd like to hear what they're doing.
Yeah.
And want to know what they're doing. So don't be discouraged by the work you do, because I don't care what it is. You belong there. And I believe that wholeheartedly. And really the real work comes to Leadership Clarksville after you graduate. That's where the fun begins, because you take that knowledge and then you're able to encourage another leader that you identify and maybe write them a letter of recommendation, encourage them to go through the program. Well, I promise you'll stay connected each and every year to that group. And what a network opportunity year after year.
Can you give an example? Okay,
Sure.
You did your year. Okay,
Yeah.
Boom, here it is. My $1,000 I invested.
Sure.
The class is over. We have the big party afterwards. All right, boom. What's
Yeah.
an example that Leadership Clarksville has brought you some more success?
Sure. So for a good example, actually I met with her today in my class, was a young lady that I didn't know at the time, Miss Summer Cummins.
Summer.
And so ever since 2016, we've developed a friendship, and we work together, collaborate together, and just phenomenal talent. And she's one of many that I could name off that part of the program. And
Well, she's great at what she does with digital marketing and everything.
it's incredible.
Yeah.
I think if you ever start noticing, you go to people's offices and you see that little brown Leadership Clarksville graduation, sort of like a trophy or whatever you want to call it.
You get a coin? Is it a coin?
Yeah, it's actually like a desk plate, and
Okay.
it says you're a graduate of
Yeah.
the class and everything.
You get a certificate too?
Yeah,
All right,
all
good.
those stuff, and with your name on it, Joe. And
Is that like a graduation class?
it is.
Yeah, do you
There's
get-
a ceremony, and so one.
Do
good
I get to
part-
wear the cap with the thing?
Well, if you
I want.
you pay for it,
Okay, yeah.
absolutely. And then, but you can't just do it for you, Joe. You got to buy everybody one.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
Leadership.
Yeah,
Right.
it's all about the leadership.
Yeah.
And so, but during that graduation, something special happens. So what the special thing that happens, other alumni show up to that event. Okay? So all of a sudden you have past alumni that they find it value to come there and support that class and to congratulate them. It is an awesome event, and it is, so that's why I say the real commodity is after you leave leadership.
Right, and then afterwards, I mean, I'm looking at some of these things that you guys do. Okay, you guys have these lip sync battles. Some postponed for what's going on, but
Sure.
also these Zoom meetings and that you guys do on Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday.
Thursday. Yeah.
Yes, and so as like everybody, there's no rule book for the situation that we're in, and so we're all trying to navigate it and be effective in any which way we can, and quite honestly, be very creative. And so that's what that was developed for. And we have lip sync battles, we have fundraisers, and we have alumni days. We went to Fort Campbell again, visited with Fort Campbell Fire Department. They showed us everything they had to offer, fed us twice that day.
And that's just whatever class you graduated, alumni stuff. Just
Anybody,
Right.
alumni, can be a part of that. Anybody in alumni can be a part of future programs. So, like next year, I volunteered, and I'll be with Fort Campbell Day.
Yeah.
And I'll host. And so I'm on there speaking with others, answering questions, just being an ambassador for the program. And let me tell you, I get to meet the new class every year.
Yeah.
And new talent, and wow, they just keep coming out of there.
I dig it, man.
Yeah.
I dig it. Leadership Clarksville, okay. There is leadershipclarksville.com. All right. If you're interested, they got a lot of information there. If you're interested in applying, they also got the procedures there. You just click the stuff and boom, get the party going.
And go for all the right reasons. I tell everybody to go in wide open. Normally there's a little buffer period, I call it. You can tell, and if you're maybe not as outgoing and everything, So there's nothing to be intimidated about. Go in there and be you, authentically you, and show them your superpower, because I promise you got one.
Yeah.
And don't be discouraged by some of the bios you read, because that's the whole point. I want them to be smarter than me, maybe more successful, whatever it is on their level, because I want to learn it from them.
Right.
And you will come out better. You
Leadership.
will come out better. Yep.
And hey, leadership, it will make you. It will help pay your bills. I promise you that.
Yes, and
Absolutely.
if you're going to consider yourself a leader, then be one. Do it.
LeadershipClarksville.com. Check it out. Okay. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. When we get back here, let's just take a quick moment. But yeah, I got to know about this out-of-state murder suspect that may be right here in Clarksville, Tennessee.
Oh.
Yeah, they put the word out there. All right. So also,
He's probably not wearing a mask.
Yeah, probably not wearing a mask. Right. No, you know what? If he's a murder suspect, he probably is wearing a mask.
Well, that could be true. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry. I got the mugshot and the information. But also, why are neighboring Tennessee counties now put on this special quarantine? And is Montgomery County next? Then also, why does the Tennessee teacher that got convicted of kidnapping his student, this was a couple years ago, yeah, he wants out of prison. You got to see why. And then, they got these 400 teenagers, about 400 teenagers, that were unattended, that were at the Putt-Putt Fun Center in Memphis, Tennessee. You got to see this video. Kids are crazy. And yeah. Plus that COVID test, that COVID vaccine test that they're doing to tens of thousands. And also, if you're getting something in the mail, seeds, I got the information why you don't need to be seeding them. All right, that's all coming up next on the Joe Padula Show. Absolutely.
Salutations. This is Casey Bryant with Local Clarksville. Don't forget to download our app to find local places to eat, shop, and play. You're listening to the Joe Padula Show. Absolutely.